we're going to do a little lymphatic self-massage. This is lymphatic system is like the sewage system of your body. It's clearing cellular debris and waste product, dead bacteria, dead macrophages, all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't have a pump like the cardiovascular system does. It requires movement to clear it out, and so sometimes it gets backed up, and we need to manually clear it. So this is really good if you ever have a cold, if you have any kind of sinus congestion, especially with concussion, because we want to clear the brain and the skull and kind of get the lymphatic system open and going. So some of the principles are, you're going to go super light. It almost feels like you're not doing anything. You're just moving your skin, right? So you can kind of think of like a trackpad on a laptop, like not a lot of pressure. If you squish it, you're gonna block it. So we're really just moving the skin and mobilizing the superficial and the deep fascia where that superficial lymph drains. Okay, so, and you have to back flush. You have to start at the mouth of the river and clear it and go retrograde. Because if you just push at the top and it's blocked below, it's just going to cause compression. So you want to clear the widest openings, the end of the river first, and then work your way up. So the first point is right about here, right? So right where the neck comes to the top of the collarbones, that's where your subclavian vein is, and that's where your lymph is kind of dumping into your vascular system. So what we're going to do is use the pads of your fingers, and you're just kind of pulling down and in. And again, just like the weight of your fingers on your skin, so that you're moving your skin, not really pressing into the muscle. And you just do about 10 or 15 or 20, and you do a little J. So down and in, down and in. So I'll do that 10 or 20 times. Then you're going to go to the sternocleidomastoid. So that's, when I turn my head, that's this angular muscle. And so there's lymph nodes on either side. So I'll start at the bottom and kind of pull down and back, or down and forward. And I'll slowly, about just move a few millimeters at a time, make my way up, pulling down and in, down and out. Again, each side. And I flexed my head to get a little bit more slack in the skin. Just about 15 or 20 strokes on the other side, and then underneath the ears. So down and forward, right at the angle of the jaw. Clearing the angle of the jaw. And then you're going to go under you can't see mine, but under your chin, right underneath the jawbone. And so I'll start towards the back, towards the angle, and I'm just pushing gently 10 or 15 times, and slowly making my way towards the front of the chin, still underneath the collarbone. And then I'll do the back of the skull, or the base of the skull here. I'll bring it towards the midline and down. There's a lot you can do in the face too. You can even just kind of do little circles around the orbit, mobilizing the skin around the orbit of your eye. The cheekbone, the ridge of the cheekbone. Back towards the ears. Again, doing that little J. Forehead. You can do little circles again. I kind of go back and forth between doing circles and doing J's. Whatever feels better. All right, and then you would repeat. So you can do it all in 5 or 10 minutes. And if you are recovering from a concussion or a TBI, or you have an acute cold, do it a few times a day. And It's subtle, but you'll start to feel things drain, and you may even see, your complexion change or the color in your face change. But it's really effective. So spend some time with it. Thanks.